Hello friends, Tanya here, and today is day one of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar for 2024. Let's pull out that crafty calendar and open door number one, and you'll notice there's a picture of the item on the back of that door. This is a balloon, of hot air balloon, and there's several components here. We've got banners and a word banner. There's even a shadow you can put on the ground, some layers for the actual balloon, the little basket, a cute little bow, and a little pennant for the top of the hot air balloon. I have gone ahead and die cut all of those pieces, and for all of the Advent calendar days, I will be assembling the die cuts or whatever happens to be in that day. And there are lots of goodies, lots of die sets, some stencils, some sequins. What else? Embossing folders. There's all kinds of fun things in this calendar. There is every year, and this is the third year I've gotten the calendar, and I'm really happy I did because they are so darn cute. I did use some silver cardstock in a variety of finishes from the treasured cardstock pack, silver colored version, to cut out different components of this hot air balloon set. I used kind of a speckly white cardstock for the main balloon, and now I have some very pastel purple and blue. Those are going to be the main colors for this entire project. I did use some craft colored cardstock for that basket. I'm attaching the framework for the hot balloon here, and this actually comes together very easily. There are embossed lines on the hot air balloon for those stripes that you adhere, and everything comes together pretty easily with just two or three pieces. Next, I am attaching the colorful banners on this swag of banners, and this can be hung in a variety of places on the hot air balloon. And you can just color the banner in or just use the die cuts. I had originally just cut two colors of banners here, thought I was going to leave one of them white, and actually decided to come back with another pastel color to add to the third banner. I think this is just a slightly greener blue. On the card, I think, yep, I'm looking at it, and one of them just looks a little bit greener. To assemble the pennant, again, just adding a little glue. One of them is in, the post part is in silver, the shiny silver, and the pennant is in the glitter silver. I've done some of the components in matte silver or brushed silver. Now we're going to attach that swag of pennants or banners. And we're going to add our hello, and you can see there are several good spots for this to hang. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, and the word hello is pressed into this banner. Just going to add a little pressure and adhere that. We just have one component left here, and that is this dainty little bow. It is very cute. There's a good spot for putting glue on the tails here. And there is a little tiny dot for the knot of the bow that you can add to complete this cute little bow. I'm going to use my reverse tweezers because that is the best way to handle little tiny items. And I'm looking for the best place to put the bow. I decided for this one, it would be at the top of the balloon. And there it is. And you can see that shadow that you can put under your balloon. Very cute. Next, we're going to take a set of stencils from Tina Smith. This is from the Window with a View set. And we're going to use the different components of this stencil to create a background. I've got tumbled glass and broken china here, and we're going to use those to create and shaded lilac and wilted violet to create a sky with the cloud portion of this stencil. I have a piece of scrap acetate here from some packaging that I'm using masking tape to cover the parts of the stencil that we're not going to use. I'm going to start out with a base layer of tumbled glass, just using my mini ink blending tool here to apply it very spottily over this background. Next, I'm going to use the stencil to create some lines of clouds, and I'm going to alternate between the blues and the purples, just switching them up to create a different look as we go up the paper. I'm coming back and forth and ink blending between the different colors to help create this very smooth blend of clouds in different colors. Maybe I'm just going to alternate between the two blues. I'm just going up the whole distance of this half sheet of cardstock, which is 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I think just one more layer, but I think I'm switching to the purples. This must be the shaded lilac. And I do believe I come back in with the wilted violet, wilted violet at the very top. Nope, this is still the shaded lilac. It's been a while since I created this. I had created all of my main images for the Advent calendar this in September, because I had great plans that I was going to do, I think, 8 videos per month between September, October, and November, so I wouldn't be rushing at the end. But here we are. I am doing this voiceover on November 30th at about 10 p.m. at night because I am that procrastinator. Yep. I did finish the first 8 videos, so I'll be doing those voiceovers over the next couple of days, and then it'll be back to getting videos created for the rest of the Advent calendar. Now we're going to switch to the mountains. There are 2 components to the mountains here. You can see that I've covered the snow caps, and we're going to do the mountain bases here. I've got hickory smoke and pumice stone. We're going to start out with some pumice stone here. No, I've got Lost Shadow, pumice stone, and hickory smoke. And I think I started with the Lost Shadow. Just creating a base layer for our mountains. And then I'm coming in with some pumice stone and adding a little bit of shading here. And then I'll uncover... I'm moving the mask for that. And I'm creating some grass along the bottom with the grass stencil, and I don't think you're actually going to see this on the finished product. I'm just creating this background, and I really could have stopped, I could have stopped there, but I decided to add the snow caps with this Moonlight Pearl paste. It's a kind of a chunky mica paste, and it's very smooth. It doesn't create much dimension. A lot like the lunar paste from Simon Hurley. I just happen to have this one in the sparkle. If you have the astral paste, that would work. Any of your glitter pastes, all kinds of things would work for that. Next, I decided I was going to add some of that Moonlight Pearl paste to the clouds. I think I could have skipped this, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. I kind of like it. I really like it in this more open background. It's pretty. It's very pretty. It does create a nice whimsical cloud layer. I'm going to seal that back up with my press and seal. Put the lid back on. And we're going to move on to the next step. I'm going to pull out the Matting Basics B for 5x7 cards. We're going to die cut this. This is the largest of that set, and I'm deciding what I want to do with this this panel. I'm going to add a little bit of the Wilted Violet to help bring the top and the bottom together, make those seem more likely to be part of the same scene. since I took away the grass, and we're not going to have any other green in this card. This is again probably extra that I didn't need to do because ultimately you're not going to see it on this card. Next, I'm taking 3 panels of cardstock that are just a little more than 5 by 7, and I'm using the same colors that I ink blended the clouds and the scene to do some ink blending on the panels. I started with some shaded lilac here, and then I did around the edges in the wilted violet, and then I'm coming back with the shaded lilac to blend this panel. Next, we have the broken china and the shaded lilac, and we're going to do some blending between these two for the next layer. Just trying to create some dreamy blends to add some layering. I know it looks like a hot mess, but believe me, it's going to turn out nice. I say that a lot. Just trust the process. And then one more layer. This one is going to start with some tumbled glass in the center, and we will ink blend the entire panel this time with the tumbled glass, just to help blend these two colors nicely. Then we have the broken china, just going around those edges, blending that center a little more with the tumbled glass. And then we will take the Tunnel Clouds die set. This came out this summer, and it just really fit with the look I was going for. There's these 3 different sizes of backgrounds or tunneling effects. I die cut them the same size as that background after I die cut the centers out, and we'll layer those up. Now in the past, this time I am putting extra cardstock between the layers to add a little height between them, and that'll help with that tunnel illusion. And I'm just going to adhere those with the smallest hole at the farthest back layer and work our way up, adding glue to these extra strips of cardstock on the back of each of these layers. Then I'll stand the base up, the bottom of the layer, and line up all the edges, and that seems to work pretty well for me. I have seen other people use the inside of their MISTI to help get things lined up evenly so they can butt it up against 2 sides of the MISTI. This works pretty good for me. Here we've built up our tunnel effect. Now it's time to trim off any of the white that's showing in the background. I'm just holding my scissor at an angle and trimming off any of the layers that are extending beyond the final layer. Make that nice and even. And then we'll add some glue to the back of this, and we're going to put this on a white 5 by 7 heavyweight white cardstock card base. Just going to center that up evenly. You could add this to a colored cardstock base also, the same color as probably the purple. And then we're going to tuck this balloon into some of the layers of the clouds to make it look like it's just floating above the mountains. Next, I bring out that Moonlight Pearl lunar paste again, and I'm adding it just randomly to the purple and the blue, to all of those backgrounds that I just created, trying to bring the pearlized look, that dreamy look, to the rest of the card front. It adds in a little bit of extra sparkle and surreal or ethereal. You know, I have trouble with that word. Ethereal? I'm probably still saying it wrong. I think you know what I mean, though. That dreamy look to this scene. Next, I'm looking for a sentiment that would work well. Oh, I lie. I'm going to decorate the inside because we must do that. I'm just going to use that cloud stencil and the tumbled glass mini ink blending tool, and just use whatever ink is still on the sponge to create that look. Next, we're going to use the sentiment set that came with the Tina Smith window with a view. collection, and I'm using one of the sentiments, and this says, "It's a brand new, beautiful day." Now, I might go back and add this on a strip of cardstock because it ultimately gets a little bled or smeared from the Moonlight Pearl paste. Inside, we're going to use another sentiment from that same set, and this one's going to read, "Wishing you a world of views and dreams." That completes day number 1 of the 2024 Spellbinders Advent Crafty Calendar. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll come back again tomorrow for the next video. Check that description box for all the products that I used today. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until tomorrow, here are a couple more videos I thought you might enjoy. Bye-bye.